Hello everyone, welcome to our sports news channel. I ask you to subscribe to the channel. Leave your like. Thanks. Kansas men's basketball competed for the Big 12 Conference Tournament title Saturday against Texas. The number 1 seed Jayhawks, 27-6, came in after a win against 5 seed Iowa State. The number 2 seed Longhorns, 25-8, came in after a win against 6 seed TCU. Kansas and Texas split the regular season series the two programs played. Were the Jayhawks able to sweep the Big 12's regular season and tournament championships? Will the Longhorns be able to keep Kansas from doing that? The Jayhawks won the Big 12 tournament last season. Final, Texas 76, Kansas 56. Texas leads 70-52 against Kansas with 3:47 left in second half. At some point, Kansas needs to think about resting the starters it has in the game. 18 points, with the way this game has gone in the second half, is too much to overcome. And even if the Jayhawks do make a run, they'd likely run out of time. Getting healthy ahead of the NCAA tournament is the most important thing Kansas should focus on right now. Just because it lost this game, doesn't mean it can't win back-to-back NCAA championships. All in all, it's just one game. Texas leads 62-48 against Kansas with 7:57 left in second half. It's just not Kansas night at this point. The Jayhawks scoring has been dominated by Jalen Wilson and Joseph Yusufu, and in the second half neither has been what they were in the first. Texas is up 14 points with a little less than 8 minutes left in regulation. It's evident, defensively, just how much Kansas is missing Kevin McCullar Jr. Of course, the officiating at times hasn't helped on either end. But this isn't all on the officiating, just like it never is all about the officiating. Texas leads 53-43 against Kansas with 11:27 left in second half. The crowd is trying to do its part to will Kansas back into this game. At different points during this most recent stretch, they've risen to their feet and gotten loud. But at this break, the Jayhawks are still down 10 points with about 11.5 minutes remaining in regulation. There's still plenty of time for Kansas to make a comeback, but it's unclear if the Jayhawks are going to have what it takes to make that happen. Doing better from behind the arc would help. Right now, Kansas is 0 for 4 on threes in the second half. Texas leads 49-41 against Kansas with 15:57 left in second half. DeJuan Harris Jr. has yet to score. There's a little less than 16 minutes left in regulation, and Harris is 0 for 2 from the field. While Harris doesn't need to score to be an effective player, him doing so makes Kansas that much better, and he also hasn't been the player elsewhere tonight that he normally is. It's in part why Kansas trails by 8 points right now. Texas appears to have all the momentum. The Jayhawks haven't led since they were up 28-25 in the first half. Halftime, Texas 39, Kansas 33. Texas leads 30-28 against Texas with 3:34 left in first half. Now it's Kansas that's having an issue scoring the ball. The Jayhawks haven't scored in a little more than 2.5 minutes. They've missed their last 6 shots from the field. More trips to the free throw line could help Kansas ensure those kinds of stretches from the field don't have the effect they are right now, but the Jayhawks haven't been able to get those calls. They're only 2 for 2 from the free throw line, while the Longhorns are 6 for 6. Texas has been called for 5 fouls, and Kansas 5 fouls. Kansas leads 24-23 against Texas with 7:46 left in first half. Kansas has made its last 3 shots from the field. Texas has missed its last 4, not making one from the field for almost 4 minutes. And that's helped the Jayhawks get back into this, and take a 24-23 lead into a break with 7:46 left in the first half. Ernest Udeh Jr. just showcased his guarding skills on the perimeter, forcing Texas' Tyrese Hunter to turn the ball over with the two matched up one-on-one. The Longhorns have 3 turnovers so far, that Kansas has yet to score any points off of. The Jayhawks have 4 turnovers so far, that Texas has scored 4 points off of. Texas leads 19-16 against Kansas with 10:21 left in first half. Without Jalen Wilson and Joseph Yusufu offensively, Kansas would be in a rough position. The two each have 7 points. Yusufu just recently hit a huge 3-pointer that ended what had become a 9-0 run for Texas. DeJuan Harris Jr. and Grady Dick each need to be more aggressive offensively for the Jayhawks. Harris is a great playmaker, and Dick a great shooter. Without them performing, it's going to be tough for Kansas to win. Texas leads 17-13 against Kansas with 12:34 left in first half. Kansas was able to retake the lead at 11-10 after a great play by Joseph Yusufu offensively, and then extend that lead to 13-10. However, Texas just went on a 7-0 run. At a timeout with 12:34 remaining in the first half, the Longhorns are up 17-13 against the Jayhawks. Ernest Udeh Jr. and Bobby Pettiford Jr. are Kansas' first 2 substitutions off the bench. They came in just now, for KJ Adams Jr. and Grady Dick. That means the Jayhawks are playing with 3 smaller guards on the floor, in Pettiford, Yusufu, and DeJuan Harris Jr., alongside Jalen Wilson and Udeh. Texas leads 10-7 against Kansas with 15:49 left in first half. The Jayhawks are trailing early, but overall it hasn't been that bad of a start. With Kevin McCullar Jr. out, Joseph Yusufu has done well for himself on the offensive end. If that can continue, and Kansas can get some more stops defensively, things will trend in the Jayhawks' direction. So far, Texas' Dylan Disu leads all scorers with 6 points. He's yet to miss a shot, from the field or from the free throw line. The Longhorns haven't hit a 3-pointer yet, like Kansas has, but haven't needed to. This may feel a lot like a home game for Kansas. The crowd is leaning heavily toward Kansas as tip-off approaches. It's not Allen Fieldhouse, but it very well could feel like it at times for the Jayhawks tonight. There don't seem to be many Texas fans here, comparatively.